Hi, you join me here on the fantastic range at Tranquillo Resort in Orlando, Florida. We're out here with the Golf Monthly team for the 2016 PGA show, and undoubtedly one of the big buzz products of the show will be these Taylormade M2 irons. Taylormade always create a lot of hype whenever they release product, and the M2 irons will be no different, I'm sure. They certainly look like they've got a lot of technology packed into them, and Taylormade's R&D guys have been very busy trying to deliver that combination that all game improvers want, which is more distance but extra levels of forgiveness. And I think they've done a really good job there. You'll certainly notice the speed pocket there. That's in the irons from 4 through to 7. That was introduced with the Rocket Balls irons back in 2012, and I think that's been a really successful bit of technology that you've seen a lot of brands adopt, some sort of face slot, which helps really aid forgiveness. If very few of us, particularly game improvers, are getting it out of the middle of the club all the time. So you want that help. You want your ball speed to not drop off massively if you get it from anywhere other than out the middle. Also, what's interesting is these are very strong lofts on these Taylormade irons. The 7 iron is 28.5 degrees. I think they're pretty much the strongest lofts out there on the market. However, what Taylormade have done with the technology is they've allowed those lofts to be strengthened, but you're not hitting it out there sort of like a bullet. You can still launch the irons, they still get a good high trajectory, and they've done that by lots of clever R&D work to take the centre of gravity lower and further back to help you get it up. But those strong lofts really help you get it out there as well. And certainly I was testing using the GC2 launch monitor, and I was getting some pretty decent numbers. Iron striking, if you watch any videos that I do, I always say iron striking is not my forte. I definitely do with help in terms of getting the ball out there, and also with dispersion as well. But the 5 iron, I was getting that out up, top end of the 170s. I think I got one out there at 179. Even the poorer strikes were sort of 160, high 160s into the 170s. And with the 8 iron that I was testing, sort of up there 130, high 130s, early 140s. So pretty decent given my ball striking isn't great at the moment. So the technology is undoubtedly helping me do what it wants me to do, which is hit the ball a little bit further. I think it's a really interesting looking club, the M2. Looks good behind the ball. It's a sort of darker finish, coupled with the sort of more of a sort of brushed chrome look. I think it sort of reminds me of the Burner 2.0 irons, which I really like the look of, that Taylormade had out a number of years back. Certainly confidence inspiring address, not too much offset, definitely enough there to give you confidence, and a relatively thick top line, but not super thick. There's some really thick top lines out there at the moment. Look great as well on the shelf. Look, plenty of technology packed into the back. Taylormade always like to say they are the #1 high performance golf brand out there. And when you look at these irons, when you see the speed slot there, when you see the badging on the back, which really helps with the sound and the feel, you think there's a lot of technology in these irons. So really interesting.